So.
All right, I'm good.
Or what is the framework? Evaluation of energy policy requires a social context, expressive opinion, around the broader context of society and economy, to understand the traditional cost benefit assessment of life, taking off options, delivered all 6. Our environmental policy to reduce the energy system by electronic means experience only for social and privilege, energy modernization, exacerbate social inequalities, and reduce social advocacy, ability to capital, best representative, modern energy regime, social plans, confidence, policy, sustainability, sanitation, global social economic and ecological regime operations, authoritarian energy control, democratic democracy, facility, abstraction, abstract connection, consumption, and standpoint of small g, the best for both systems of the message used to be forced to get true analysis of reality possible is 5. Wow. Theorizing takes place in an intellectual realm dominated by framing perspectives that reflect the experience of privilege, dream processes spontaneously occur or arise as the result of hegemonic ideational patterns, dominant concepts of historical realities, while concepts that stay for rapidly happenings will remain absent. Realizations require realization of extinct experiences, result of our perception are no longer ignorant to realities, and ideals member has been able to see them yet they did not. This standard is minimizing the material conditions of social inequality. Martin's nuclear renaissance. We are in the midst of the global nuclear renaissance. Core propaganda markets nuclear power is the only solution to climate change. Order to shut down democratic deliberation by alternative energy use of 2016. Then nuclear power like climate change is high reactors are dirty and dangerous. The entire surplus fossil fuel systems being occupied by drops in the price of renewable energy. The critical missing link is battery technology. We claim the nukes supplying baseload power must be short of fossil burners, but all environmentalists understand the choice reactors continue to accelerating battery production and distribution of overnight shifts when into limit was derailed. Global legislation and renewable decentralized energy system is very much incited. At the heart of the renaissance is a drive to colonize other countries to sustain nuclear addiction within 11. The nuclear industry and their party also have been in a tight marriage after they currently declining where nuclear power plants are least present at, and nuclear plants are preparing for problems to supply and split mines and nuclear materials throughout Africa, French, Canadian, British, Swiss, Japanese, Russian, Chinese, Australian, and mining uranium within African countries. And nuclear power is justified through emergency agreement. States a nuclear state of exception nuclear dangers are deprioritized in favor of remote cataclysms or systematic world's cost benefit assessment and increased warming and destruction of animal life for 11. States are promoting nuclear power as a large-scale solution to increasing demand for consumer lifestyle. Nuclear life benefits from global warming. Nuclear industry will promote themselves to be environmentally beneficial. Such views are threatening and monopolize environmental story rages before uranium mining. Ecological cost plan construction maintenance are waste called a subsidiary, creating a truth regime. We want more energy without changes in consumers' lifestyle. The urgency of climate change is source of powers. The nuclear state of exception. The nuclear state of exception leads to all levels of society. It provides a model for authoritarian industry. Thinking the religious different experts and excludes some viewpoints for existence, legitimating oppression for 11. The authoritarian state capitalism is subject to technological civilization, science is centralized, and the bureaucracy surrounding the required normalization of state of exception, the exercise of power, resistance, and brutalization of nuclear state balance will be justified. The necessity of grounding protection for potentially endangered sources of energy. This implies citizens' freedom, the surveillance of critics, the mobilization of police to deal with demonstrators, and the hegemony of truth claims. The practices of lifestyles not be altered for nuclear weapons of power, powerful mascot of clean and green energy, and nuclear power is centralized, and an arm of state technocrats and not getting away with local community control over energy. Martinell 84. These social structures being by nuclear power include capitalism, nuclear power virtue its large size, centralized production being electricity, independent experts, was suitable for control by state bureaucracy, so it did not lend itself to control when distribution is the state, the consequence of communities, or reduction of local control over energy planning. U.S. companies only join nuclear power purchases for many subsidies and incentives were offered by the U.S. state, and this reinforces all levels of social division, perpetuating inequality. Martinell 2. Technologies often chosen are designed to enforce hierarchical control of workplace. Nuclear power fixes pattern well. The isolation of social control in the hands of police produces a system which keeps scientists often to socially destructive research, politically determined goals, constructing other major social structures such as state and capitalism, mutually reinforce one another. Within state bureaucracies, when we discriminate against the job and free services, the state incorporates the equivalent of relations to assert their own domination and split the workforce. This view of nuclear power is a quick fix, depoliticizes the global economy and energy system, perpetuating massive inequality, makes the juice cut marks with 11. The production of energy is planned around free market conditions. The discipline of competitiveness and the profitability resulting in the growth of existing inequalities. The invisible hand of the free market economy legitimizes social sectors already in power. The welfare of manufacturing society did not think that picture. The nuclear establishment did not think that economy overall. The production of energy consumption, therefore, energy production, the increase of power production and power use is the core concepts of pro-economic discourse. The question of energy is seen as financial material, not as an effort to reorganize. For increasing advocacy plan tax, often sort of where the burgers of nuclear power countries, they currently produce power from nuclear reactors will immediately begin phasing out all nuclear power. Lose well, the only specific way to eliminate is nuclear power altogether. Some countries have this lesson. The government in Germany, the government decided to go with this nuclear power. Many forces Germany sources 100% of its power from renewables by 2030 and 30 permanent versus a social nuclear power. Only external forms of the energy system effectively spill over large systematic problems that have been co-opted. Martinell 3. Objects for energy include mass participation in decision making, decentralized distribution of political power, and bringing you outside the lines of environmentally sound technologies. In effect, stopping nuclear power and challenging existing structures and health, interfavorable alternatives, and it's futile for the government on its own to oppose nuclear stuff. It's only when there's pressure from the community, the problems manufacturers fluencies by the renewable movement is a non-systematically organized and focused as part of an overall long-term strategy. While this approach to have some merit is inadequate, as it approach to stopping mining or transforming structures underlying nuclear power, what needs to be done is to focus on vulnerable points within these structures, promoting nuclear power, devote efforts to these areas. Nuclear power is a large-scale vulnerable point the nuclear system of the CDA, suitable combination of interventions and forms of basis for strategy. Grassroots mobilization does not by itself stop uranium mining, and the mobilization must connect the major forces in society. Strategy against nuclear power is a non-reformist reform, and reject nuclear power opens up the potential for more decentralized grid. It also makes renewables effectively stable and can be blocked by nuclear industry. Link 15. Why is the nuclear industry trying to currently influence of gas? That's all I'm thinking about the market price of natural gas. So it's trying to stop wind and power, wind and solar development. The companies that own nuclear also heavily invest in natural gas renewables. Representation to decentralized energy, less on a baseload, expect making the old model as possible as pursue some other controlling solar meters on rooftops, improves the grid, post challenge to centralized power will easily move electricity around to store it and energy. Trading by the sun and wind can be better used when it is needed in nuclear renewables. Directly trade off nuclear cost progress on renewables. Main 15. Nuclear is a barrier to clean future. The energy can be rapid and flexible in its output. Nuclear can be used to supply more than a minimum demand level in its baseload. Other fuel sources can be ramped up or down. If you build it solar, you will never shift to come back to your baseload sources without enough storage. It's harder to maintain keep solar away from competing with nuclear production, but since there's no fuel cost, you'd be throwing away free energy. If nuclear hogs the baseload by definition, there will be times when there's no load left for other sources to meet. And after its RBI is 1, half-life, legacy ability collapse on either layer stack means the same ability for the 2 layer. This have waste because A, the 2 layer collapse time skipping from 6 months to cover multiple layers makes it impossible to win. B, the 1 hour is too short for theory compared to the next, so the athletes each layer to be more reciprocal to only the next routine because only the athletes T burden. So the athlete reciprocally respond to the competitive the next unique athlete of the battle. Yeah.
Cool. So what makes nuclear power specifically having like technocrats around? Or like
so what makes nuclear power uniquely harmful for technocrats?
Yeah.
So there's a few things. The first is that the Quar 11 card, the second Quar 11 card says that nuclear power itself relies on a centralized model, meaning it is all gathered in one single place, one single plant determined by a single set of regulations. This makes it super easy for the government to say, no, nobody approach this plant, nobody try and protest it, you have to do it in a 20-kilometer radius.
So
the only people
who
not
why do
understand
technocrats not shift over to renewable energy per se? Is it only because it's decentralized?
Few reasons. So first, it's decentralized. Second, it can be used individually by people. Nobody can buy themselves run an entire nuclear plant. However, you can easily mount a solar panel on your roof and determine how much energy is
Is one of the arguments in the act is that nuclear power is being monopolized right now or has the ability to?
What do you mean?
So like in one of one of the Martin cards, you say that nuclear power has the ability to become like monopolized and take over the status quo.
I don't know what that means, monopolize. There's only a few companies
monopolize
that
means
control
like take over the power industry.
Well, the
Like,
Massachusetts and Marsalek 11 evidence might indicate that right now the nuclear industry is dominated by a few companies that try and like lobby against.
Okay, so what is this? What is this social critique argument? That's like the Gaffner evidence or the Grover? Sorry.
So the first social critique. So that's the Martin et al. 13 evidence that voting affirmative endorses a social criticism of nuclear power in which we target the state at its most vulnerable point, ergo the energy sector, and that allows grassroots movements to fill in and dismantle structures of state power.
Okay, what actually matters under your framing?
The first Glover et al. 06 card, it talks about how we have to address social inequities when confronted with the problem of nuclear power facing our communities specifically. Next is the Mills 5 card. We have to use standard epistemology, ergo operate up the assumption that what matters is the voices that are already not heard and marginalized in the status quo. We have to determine the true the true nature of truth. If we just say, let's just listen to what the syllogism says rather than the opinions of people who never get to voice them.
Where in your cards do you say that renewable energy is very possible?
So that's like a lot of the case. The first is the Wasserman 16 evidence that nuclear power that renewable energy is incredibly cheap. It's way easier, so it's way more efficient than like regular nuclear energy because it has much less toll on the environment.
Okay, what does it mean whenever there's a decentralized grid?
What does it mean when there's a decentralized grid?
Yeah.
It means that energy can be sourced from like numerous locations that connect either to a small storage unit on that location itself, or it can connect to a grid that spreads out through a large area. However, not all energy is centralized in one place where we say there's one nuclear plant or there's one fossil fuel plant per region that then sources it out broadly to every other location within that region.
Okay.
So versus like multiple wind turbines per house or a solar panel per house versus like one thing per city.
So what exactly does phasing out entail?
Depend like what do you mean entail? So it depends
Like
on decommissioning
how
of
does one
plants.
phase out?
So we stop producing power immediately, then we slowly start decommissioning plants. We defend the Germany model of phase out.
Okay, I'm gonna take no problem. I'll send it off.
We defend like the normal means of phase out.
Okay.
said.
I'm just about to.
Oh.
Okay, good stuff. How many of you all get it? Right, but you very well, so yeah. Okay. Orders two off case.
That's for Sam.
Yeah.
Government? Awesome. Closing nuclear power plants forces increased fossil fuel use. Ralston. There are 99 nuclear reactors across the United States, providing about 90% of America's electricity. Bad economic transfers more than the United States nuclear retard that is a huge problem for climate change. This nuclear plants will be likely replaced by natural gas or coal plants that's having renewable nuclear power taking place by fossil electricity. I can't see where we to a nuclear boom without any contribution from nuclear power from nuclear power. And this is a verified Bureau does proves that in production nuclear power does not result in renewables at all, but actually increases coal. Abrams. When nuclear power plants coal plant over the Germany, the movement nuclear backfire the nation's greenhouse gas emissions set to increase the nuclear plant shut down the anything else that took place and coal did just that and so we don't have time for nuclear going to the renewables in the future. Argue that is not enough to say. I say that this is not to say that this is not true. The disadvantage still matters because countries are still shifting coal in the long term. So they are winning the long term market. That's not enough to just for the distance, but I'm going to prove on renewables crap. And nuclear energy is the most efficient and effective way to combat greenhouse gases. Atoms. Nuclear energy is the most important tool to combat climate change. Countries have reduced emissions in the past due to nuclear energy because it's at the lowest carbon intensity today and rely on nuclear which is stripping down the emissions of the power sector. Countries have been shut down nuclear plants in the future, and including Germany have produced more emissions even with major investment in renewables and because renewable energy reducing air emissions is expensive technology. Also, the price setting our low base power without relying on huge greenhouse gases is via nuclear power and the industrial countries is the safe issue to nuclear power and the use of coal leads to definite health issues and is rightfully responsible for global warming heating. Coal and dirty fossil fuels reduces the number of tons of to the water and ultimately the impact magma right by enormous quantities of coal that's from the trace on coal cost and impairment a day, damaging the system much higher CO2 are much useful for climate change and global warming family conflict seeking with John Kennedy. Climate change must be a significant threat to life on Earth. It definitely led to an increased access. People are being displaced for rights, civil, seen as formative climate change effect on access to agricultural season and zero rights, and civil, so they're both threatened to the and arguably common wars now that can be for reasons the Europe would be back because of war migration the more stability than even with Spain's for the loss of and the loss of suffer from best water and disease and also to increase the presence of the present climate scenario definitely harm the communities that are traditionally poor minorities. Keating. The poverty rate of people living within 1 mile of nuclear power plant facilities is twice as high as the national average, and considered non-population that's in 1 mile 3% higher than national average. The high poverty rates are found 118 to 120 coal-producing counties where Americans often have also high rates and are directly to groundwater facilities being processed high walls being adults addiction to above coal are being mined, and the byproduct coal is more radioactive than the byproduct nuclear energy. Events all. The waste produced by coal carried out with the environmental has more radiation than nuclear plant around producing on the same activities that coal spraying and green are concentrated up to 10 times the rate for low sea during pollution and demolition that is it's when water references people live within a 1 mile radius of the plant's coal as coal active gas radiation and effects of climate change, especially about by indigenous people and renewables only exacerbate the end of the issue. Yeah, right. Many indigenous people are being forced to relocate as their traditional lands becoming uninhabitable due to climate change. Indigenous people have to migrate because of lack of rights and civil law. Their homelands and impacts that are sent to those countries for footing. Indigenous people are seeking trafficking and farming as well as discrimination due to their demographic. Indigenous people are being forced to move from the lands. Indigenous people are being used as conflict only and other mining companies, but now the lands being targeted for renewable energy from the rather including biofuels and anti-carbon members and respond to building and this is 10,000 indigenous people and the future cycle and of itself contributing to future humanity these versus future needs. We have some station posture. We may not know that because that's bigger than the community when we need to go right for uncertain models we need a damnation. Recognize that there is a great occupying certain ability to recognize the life and future correlation that there would be a future humanity. It's the probability that the future would contain a lot of value. Next stop. Nuclear desalination is key. Asian communities and it doesn't have to solve, and they don't solve. The nuclear reactor can produce the water desalination can contribute to really both produce electricity and desalinate water they can to a solar power desalination transfers to fresh water into heat and going to sending to major requires to be provided for you. Upward process desalination leading to your industry wood allow things like separated can be the minimum level of humidity producing the same way so this wood what it has backwards of other reason the reason for the humidity and electricity regional marginal capability that sign up in the efficiency of the solar panels the high school wage create more blackouts and desalination is key to solve darkness that affect millions especially pharmacy black and brown people in the Middle East renewables don't solve needle. A study from Access says in the Middle East is looking a lot of Washington research from 2009 before 144 killing water happened lost from the Middle East lost right comes from water resources and your service that. Better joint and defined for the loss of groundwater since it is water it's going to be more than 780 million live feet access to clean water more than 300 million people die due to scarcity of this water resource and its because they're advocating for transition to renewables and people who like renewables would careless about what they lead to during any water first and water shortage terrible part of Goldberg. Dr. Nessa finds them more without increasing water supply would because of growing things already enabling people lacking access to safety for water in the posture running out along a lot of the groundwater pollution having very rapid up and to make droplets or offers in the least something often North Africa and being productive due to water shortages and this concentrated tax for water be compromised because actually to many countries experience a short for water quality flood that raises instability in safety green fees regional attention how the correct attentions go to case. Off the core is the nuclear state protection is the only thing you can ask extinction. Your own author says the fossil fuel lines industry sustain gain by undermining the validity of global warming and so the fossil fuel industry is really terrible which usually means that the fossil fuel will love work so much time because they have more to gain. OCI. What if investment officers you get $119 for $1 that is a great return for the different if you're in the oil and gas industry for every $1 industry spent on the keeping your contribution for lobbying DC get a $190 grant subsidy influence fossil industries would be paper better to transition and renewable should grants the United States for the $160 billion and nothing actually happened. Also the technocrats don't go away. Wards. Since 1973, the United States has spent over $150 billion on renewable energy. Proponents of solar technology claim that their technology is compatible with traditional for the energy weapons, millions of dollars to facility fees, solar energy, solar combines that are going to facility the United States energy production green energy benefits from the politically connected while harming future generations as millions of dollars being added to the country's debt and outweigh with green energy. They didn't read anything like that.
Are you good?
Yeah.
So this first part of the desalinization definition says that renewables don't solve because they don't satisfy baseload power. What is baseload power?
That means like the base of power that they need.
Okay, so baseload power is when you have to run a plant at 100% efficiency 24/7 to meet a minimum demand for energy. Our part identifies that this social desire for always having energy is a bad thing.
That's why a shift to renewables that supposedly solve the app.
Wait, so
like you say that you're a shift to renewables is solving the app.
Okay, but if we win the baseload power is bad, does that mean that this decel shift goes away?
No, because there's still tons of arguments about how renewables are not that good.
What are the other arguments for why renewables don't work?
As well. Okay. So the first one is the card that I read on the case.
No, I'm talking about why renewables don't solve desalinization.
Sorry, something else. So even if you do not defend a full baseline all the time, that is still an argument. If they cannot run it, if they cannot work at capacity 100% of the time, then that means that there's no argument to be 1AC because if they cannot work
so off the OCI evidence on the AC, what are the evidence as a detail?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Sorry, of the OCI evidence in the AC you read, what are the evidence does it detail that the fossil fuel industry will be able to press back against the method of the affirmative successfully?
Do you know how much money they're getting?
Right, so it says that your evidence specifies that if you're part of the oil...
They're going to want to get more money, which means that they're...
Right, so this card literally just says that they're going to want more money. Why does that prove that they pressed hard enough to counteract the safety affirmative?
Well, so you say that global elites want a lot of money, and yeah, I agree, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
No, I want to know why your evidence says they push back enough. at the solvency of the affirmative. Your evidence just says they want money. I agree.
Yeah.
I just think we
They're lobbying to get more money. There's a huge
So it's like a lobbying
for
impact.
every single $1 that they get
Okay,
$119
you say a renewable
back.
shift fails. This evidence was cut in 2013, or was written in 2013, right?
Yeah, and it says since
Has subsidy
1973.
shifted since then? Subsidy shifted since 2013.
Even if you like make that argument,
Okay.
the
You say that indigenous
is
lands.
from
Let's go to the first.
1973.
Let's go to the first side. Let's go to the first side. You
Okay.
say that indigenous lands are targeted by renewables.
Yeah.
This talks specifically about biofuels and like geothermal. We don't specify that in the affirmative. We don't
It's
say
still
those are
renewable energy.
No, we say only we specify only solar and
Where do you say
wind
only
power.
solar the one you see? You
Right,
say we
that's-
shift to
No,
renewable.
the
That's
renewable
line
shift
under
energy, the renewable cards from the AC specify specifically solar and wind because they're the only ones that potentially work.
This
It
also
can
says
function
that.
individually as a
this also-
decentralized form of energy. Like geothermal is a centralized form of
Okay,
energy. Why are you
this
talking about
also talks to other types of energy like solar and wind.
that? No, where in the card does it say solar or wind? It says specifically geothermal. Because those are centralized
It
forms of
literally
energy.
says their lands are being now the targets as fertile ground to develop renewable energy. It says including biofuels and hydropower. It doesn't say exclusively biofuels and hydropower.
Stop 117. Okay, so the order is going to be the half, shift this out, then the desalinization this out.
Case desal cold.
Yes.
Nice to be reading new stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, yeah, so case desal.
oh yeah, sorry. So it's half, shift, desal.
Sorry, you just now switch the order of the descents up 3 times.
Wait, sorry. So it's I'm hitting AF desalinization shift. AF desalinization.
No, that's what he said the first time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of so after that,
Not the second and third.
Okay.
it's okay. We're
There
good.
you go. Cool. Are we ready? The problem is you were literally not contesting any of the evidence in the affirmative, except the main 15 evidence. And the reason why there's not much shift to renewables is because the pressure of the nuclear lobby creates, because baseload power is completely solved by renewables. And the reason why baseload power is bad is because you have to run plants at a 100% capacity, 24/7, because and this is terrible because when it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, nobody wants power. However, the plant is still running at 100% efficiency, meaning it outweighs on increasing CO2 emissions, super inexpensive, being super expensive, being renewables solving, they can shift via demand. Additionally, you can see the core 11 evidence that this need for baseload power reifies a social need for energy, means controls eternally to overconsumption, that there is a permanent need to constantly consume energy, outweighs literally all of your impacts because it makes the impacts of overconsumption inevitable. We will always destroy our earth with the need for consumption because we will always have energy to consume. And now the OCI evidence is the fossil fuel lobbies will push harder. Too bad you're conceding the 115 evidence says we shatter the ability of the nuclear lobby to pushing it harder by implementing social criticism, especially since we're conceding literally the entire Martin 3 evidence is the criticism that of this nuclear lobby. That no, it's not fake. It is fatalist to assume that the nuclear lobby will just push harder. So we can say these status quo. We occupy a way that breaks down the most vulnerable point of the energy system. Being a social thing allows grassroots movements to fill in. We dismantle the law, and while the state is still confused, we campaign to get things under the fossil fuel lobby is a counter-resistance that completely wipes it out during the desalinization. First, no link to the defense nuclear phase out means only nuclear plants, not desalinization, which uses heat to turn water to C and TFC. Nuclear phase out means desalinated discontinuation of use of nuclear power for electrical energy production means there's only no link to the desalination is too expensive. Actually, skip it for you, card. 3 solar power desalination is more cost effective, better for most effective. Is currently on the rise before evidence. International Energy and Relations Organization, ETSAP 12. Desalination is based on renewable energy and provides a sustainable way to produce fresh water, locally available energy resources. Desalination is cost effective, particularly in remote regions with low core infrastructure for fresh water and electricity transmission and distribution. Renewable desalination is growing, especially in arid regions now. Turning out, these are evidence. These points are evidence literally just says renewables are bad because they don't sufficiently justify baseload power. I'm saying an impact turning baseload power that no, you do not need to run a desalination plant like that. Renewables are far better because it's far more efficient. Desal point is you have continued maintenance costs out of the core 11 card, meaning that if you run a centralized system for desalinization, you will constantly have to take down the plant for maintenance for years at a time, making it super expensive, and it means you're only producing fresh water like 83% of the time. Desal point is that this specifically growing arid regions because renewables is much cheaper. It means that poor countries cannot afford massive desalinization plants created with nuclear energy. Link turns your entire disact because only the after provide that. They're the ship. The problem is that for all your evidence is bad. I mean, line by line, the Russell 15 evidence says there might be a likely shift to renewables last year. It also relies on the decreasing economic trend forcing the U.S. to move to fossil fuels, but you're not providing uniqueness for this. So let her give you 172 NR next to Abrams. I mean, you said this empirically verified in Germany, Harvard. You are conceding so many reasons out of the app. This is ridiculous. The first point is because nuclear energy doesn't get replaced by renewables. They go just because the nuclear industry pumps out cherry pick articles like your link card. The UNIC takes out the industry out of power and resolves that specific barrier. That's the key evidence. Be some point. All their empirical evidence is citing nuclear plants that happened years ago. Even if the tags are from 2015 15 or 16, newly developed battery technology now that was not implemented then makes new renewable energy more efficient and far more cheaper because we can spread it out across a large grid and control that based on demand, making far more efficient. I see Washington 16 priority conceding is game over there. Third, this is just a little decay. What is cheaper, but it's connected to big business and renewables, just another manifestation of big company experience centralization linked to the team. Why for renewables, nuclear energy is also the new track fast machine. Natural gas, coal power plants is cheaper. The what is even cheaper? So that's right there. Also, you say it will harm indigenous populations. A non-unique waste like the mountain. That could be created by nuclear power, already harming indigenous nations. You can see the Core 11 card that waste dumps outweigh because they're already harming people. Be so plain as no, we defend only solar. But look at the card from your 16 Washington 16 are very specific about that. We only defend decentralized energy, while geothermal will be centralized energy.
Okay, I have 5 minutes. The order is shift this out of case. Here.
And you can.
No.
Shift case.
Shift case, yeah. Almost that I have like 4 minutes for this. Okay, is everyone good? Cross applications in the last week. They don't do enough analysis as to why it actually takes out the arguments in the dispatch. So go with the Ross evidence says that closely with the plant forces increase fossil fuels. This so that this has appeared to happen in the United States and also has happened in Germany. They just say that applies on the bad economy, but there has been a good economy in the United States and Germany especially, but they are still switching to a lot of fossil fuels costs. It is not as expensive it's bad. Renewable energy, they also heating our disaster. Why? Renewable energy is more expensive today. They only figure out how. When you shoot that see letters and it's bad now. I'll get these the expense argument later also Cindy. Angles up this and this isn't purely verified because Germany produces in production nuclear power result and it increases possible and it increases coal and hospital not renewable energy. Germany has taken the strongest stance first pushing source before switching to renewables in. If anybody's going to be switching to renewables in the status quo, we're majority in. They didn't know the actual would. So don't buy the Boston evidence that that's just like, oh, they're going to shift to renewables. This will not happen. Germany's one of the biggest proponents. They have done it. Nobody else will. Also, they are shifting more than the launch. Also, they are conceding the always on time for market day. I said that they're going to be going good for renewables to shift in the future. And that is exactly what they did. So even if this is today, we are waiting on time because this is what's going to be happening right now. And that's what that is what they're shifting to. Don't buy our arguments about how we're there when they long-term shift or long-term social media. It doesn't matter. We're all dead. Also, extended second paper after this is that the nuclear energy most efficient one to combat greenhouse gas and you just say that nuclear that nuclear is around but the countries that have low that have the lowest carbon emissions today rely on nuclear power. This means that they're obviously going to be either going to be using nuclear power in order to as a way to combat greenhouse gases. This is reach two preferred next. There's literally no way they're going to be combating greenhouse gases. Next. Except the core of the heating emphasis is also turns case on this just that the coal leads to detrimental health issues and is largely responsible for where they do not answer how coal not actually is that a lot of people coal releases new responsibilities into our air, water, and it's not part of the enormous quantities of coal that's for each year. Also, except the computer sharp and this is that global warming that causing the extinction. This is a major problem because they also drop the phosphorus, which means this is literally a game over issue. They are continuing to teach there that's happening even if they are waiting a long-term shift to renewables. They are not going to be either A, they're waiting a long-term shift to renewables, but they can see the time evidence, or B, they're actually losing this shift to renewables in the long term, which I would say they actually are. But and that means that this is going to be causing because whenever there is rising sea levels, this leads to a rising conflict and wars are not because countries are going to be competing for resources and Europe will be completely scratched because the war migration will get a lot of countries which suffer from threats from water and wants to get a lot of diseases that are having successful optics in the key emphasis because this said that the presence of coal miners are definitely back. A lot of communities here are especially poor minorities. They do not do this whatsoever. This day per reason that you like this is a literally a considered case under this isn't a reason that you can get because whenever there are coal minorities that are detrimental to the poor minorities that because it's just going to be stable they are just going to try to the one from the status quo next. Extended Gallup evidence says that this says that the effect of climate change is especially felt by indigenous people and renewables will be exacerbated because they just said this is not even and that the core evidence actually takes out the core evidence does not actually take out this is amazing evidence. It says that whenever governments are shifting to renewable energy, they are just exploiting this thing that they did once again. They are indigenous people's lands are being used as targets for fertile ground to develop new renewable energy. This could be used this could be used for a lot of things like wind or solar energy. Sorry, I'm really sick. So that they're not actually winning this record. This is a continuing reason for why an actual renewable should move back because it inherently harms conditions people is also an independent reason they are not winning this record. They are to the core and they not actually to work that happens in the last few things. They're assuming that they're winning these shift arguments, but they're getting a lot of arguments as to why people A are not going to be shifting long term because of economic reasons, or B, countries like Germany, who are the biggest proponents of renewable energy, are not shifting in the status quo. That means there's definitely going to be a shift to coal that's happening, even if they are out there, even if they say that a shift is going to be happening in the long term, they're not going to be time period. So let's go to the evidence on the path. This, okay. The OCI evidence is actually amazing. They do not give much credibility. They just say that we're shouting the lobbyist credibility, but the lobbyists are always going to fight back. They are the biggest proponents of the oil and gas industry that's happening in the status quo. They, for every single $1 that they are getting $119 back. Even if they are completely shut, they're still going to come back for the amount of money that they're going to get in the status quo. This means that the fossil fuel industry is really, really terrible. They are going to consistently fight against renewable energy. This is an independent reason. This is a reason to be because the fossil fuel industry is never ever going to give up. Even if they're winning that renewable energy is cheaper. These lobbyists will never give up on the fight for fossil fuels. It also just supercharges them to the disadvantage. Also, Also, we said they conceded more evidence that said that the renewable shift failed the United States proved $160 billion since 1973, and literally nothing is happening. Technocrats are also not going to surrounding the issue. They've spent so much money on renewable energy, yet literally nothing's happened. Specifically, solar energy, which the advocates for is 0.2% of the United States electricity production, and the green energy benefits being politically connected while harming the future generations and millions of dollars that added to the debt to the country's debt. So this also outweighs on they're not going to be solving for the technocrats or the social shit that's going to be happening in the status quo, or B, this also harms these future generations in the long term. So this is an easy way to vote. First, do not cause a shift in renewable. There continues more evidence. This is damning. They're going to be harming the future generations. They do not solve that. Also, vote on the this side. It's really great. Like nothing impact. You don't know.
Okay, it's going to be the desal side, affirmative shift.
Sorry, say that again.
The desal side, the affirmative, then shift.
Okay.
We run around on link terms to the desal this the first thing ESAP 12 of your short contained, only solars actually work in more air regions, just because they are smaller, the so many different smaller companies that can't afford a massive nuclear reactor. They're literally the only thing some companies can afford. And basically because the government nearly as much waste as nuclear reactors. See someone because they rely on baseload power, which means that they can be run far more efficiently and will not react and will not melt down. This also you're turning the nuclear reactors away too expensive because they require constant maintenance now. I will send your own impact for you guys. The government for the evidence and water shortages cause mass extinction in West Africa. Literally zero cost for evidence. It is why we win around. There's literally no way for you to come back from this. You can see the link towards your own disadvantage extinction impact or extending boss for you lose, but you're going to need to see. The problem is we're not doing any analysis on the Martin 33 evidence thread. The entirety of it extended to the image social criticism. You see a lot of stuff like that. This is a fatalist mindset. It's part of the evidence sort of conceding analysis. If you want to argue, you never try to change the status quo. You'll just say no. Let's just stay in the shitty position we are now. Things will never get any better. It can only get worse. But that's exactly the last thing nuclear industry to keep in power. You're seeing more certain evidence conceding the analysis of the Washington 60 evidence. Your evidence is from 3 years ago. When you get to it's not a question of government subsidies. It's a question of what technology we have access to currently. Renewables have increased battery technology, allowing storage to increase, making them far more efficient, cost efficient, and able to spread to more many different areas. This causes governments to shift to renewables because simply more cost effective. We're also seeing the main evidence that yes, lobbyists will try and fight back, but we are key to dismantling that nuclear lobby. The criticism of the affirmative will say yes, grassroots movements fight back against lobbyists. That's the reason why we will overturn any pressure the lobbyists puts on us. We would terminal impacts of the affirmative, especially since we're taking the overconsumption analysis. They always it leads to inevitable warming if we create this static thing, we create this culture of overconsumption in which people will always rely on baseload power to meet such of their cushy energy needs, and that just means warming becomes inevitable. Controlling through boss evidence going to shift this at. The problem is you've not done any actual argument interaction with me. This time sending any further. First, you said the Boston 15 card, big mistake because first of all, your card literally just says it probably will take these fossil fuels off the card. It's terrible. Be simply using less than a negative economic trend, but no, you've not read any actual evidence for why the economy is really good right now. But yes, we can assume it is fine. However, we're seeing a shift to more renewables. I said the growth of renewables next. You were seeing the Leadership 15 evidence. You said you would address, but you never did. Being wind is literally just cheaper than nuclear and fossil fuels. Either way, it is a reason why you immediately lose the shift is that governments want to shift to wind because it is just so much less expensive. Next, you would send this Germany evidence, the Abram card about how don't wait on time frame, don't get ready to on that. She's lying about the card. It is cut in 2 days, written in 2013. It is about how Germany implemented bans years ago for nuclear power. That means she's conceding that her evidence postdates that the current nuclear technology outweighs her empirics from years ago. These are just renewables would specifically be viable today. You're conceding every reason why shift would definitely happen, including the main 15 evidence about baseload power cross-life and the affirmative and the evidence of your